I forgot to record. So the 2 points I will repeat now. See, it was proved that RNA is first genetic material. RNA was the first genetic material. A strong evidence is also given for that. And it was strongly believed that the essential process like metabolism. Metabolism means, what is metabolism? Chemical reactions which are catalyzed by enzymes are called as metabolic reactions. All metabolic reactions take place around RNA molecule. Transcription. In previous classes we discussed what is transcription. RNA synthesis from DNA is called transcription. Transcription also involves RNA. Splicing. Splicing is, in eukaryotic organisms there is presence of some coding, non-coding regions we discussed already. The non-coding sequences which are present in eukaryotic organisms, usually they were removed with the help of this splicing mechanism. Splicing is removal of non-coding sequences. In mechanism, if we go to transcription mechanism, there we can learn about that very clearly. Okay, all these evolved around RNA molecule. Around RNA molecule, all these processes were evolved. Evolved means due to some changes, they were developed RNA molecule, around RNA molecule. See how? Here, what is evidence and what it was proved? It was proved that RNA was the first genetic material. RNA was the first genetic material. Okay. But RNA, when compared to DNA, RNA is less stable due to single stranded structure and due to presence of reactive group in RNA. RNA molecule is less stable. Not only stability, here in earlier days, RNA also acts as a catalyst. So RNA acts as genetic material, which is a nucleic acid. Nucleic acid means here genetic material. In some organisms, RNA is acting as genetic material and also as a catalyst. And also as a catalyst. What is a catalyst? Catalyst is what? Normally enzymes are catalyst, biocatalyst. Biocatalysts are those which are increasing the rate of biological reaction. But here RNA is also acting as a catalyst, biocatalyst, and that RNA is involving in some chemical reactions or metabolic reactions. As RNA is acting as a biocatalyst and involving in biological reaction, it undergoes some modifications. Chemical reactions are taking place in RNA also. RNA used to act as genetic material along as a catalyst. Catalyst means, what is a catalyst? Normally, catalyst is used to increase the rate of biological reaction. Usually, biological reaction means normally enzymes. Enzymes are increasing the rate of reaction, so enzymes are called as biocatalyst. But here catalyst means a chemical substance which can increase the rate of reaction. Rate of reaction is increased by catalyst. Here the metabolic reactions are catalyzed by RNA molecule. So the RNA molecule which is acting as a catalyst is called ribozyme. RNA molecule which is working as a catalyst and increase the rate of reaction is called ribozyme. See, in normally how catalyst works, suppose reactants are there, reactants are converted into products. This is a reaction. But during the conversion of these reactants into products, if a catalyst is there, that can increase the rate of reaction. A catalyst is there means that can increase the rate of reaction. But here RNA molecule is acting as catalyst means that will interact with the reactants. chemicals whatever involving in the chemical reaction are interacted with RNA molecule. As RNA molecule is in interaction with the reactants. Reactants have some chemical groups. So that chemical groups which are present in reactants may also react with RNA molecule. So RNA molecule is involving in chemical reaction. So it is modifying. Okay. So RNA acts as a catalyst, which is called as ribosome. But as RNA acts as a catalyst, it involves in chemical reactions, it will react to and is unstable. Catalyst, it is reactive and RNA is unstable. Due to instability or due to no stability to RNA molecule, this one RNA is undergoing many changes. When changes are taking place, then RNA was modified into DNA molecule. Now that point you can see. Due to the changes, DNA is evolved. Due to these changes in RNA, DNA was evolved. DNA was evolved. Evolved means with the modifications or variations, RNA undergone some changes. With the help of that changes which are taken place in RNA molecule, there was the development of a DNA molecule. DNA molecule was made with the changes whatever taken place in the RNA molecule. So, with chemical modifications taken place in RNA. So, as chemical modification taken place in RNA, that chemical modifications which were took place in RNA molecule was responsible for the development of this DNA molecule. So, before formation of this DNA molecule, RNA was the genetic material. That is called what? RNA word. So, as DNA molecule is made, DNA molecule was developed with the chemical modification and it was evolved with more stability. As chemical modifications which are taking place in RNA resulted in the formation of DNA molecule, that DNA molecule was given with more stability. And as DNA is formed, DNA as double-stranded structure, right? It resists changes in structure and is more stable. DNA is a double-stranded structure. First, RNA is a single-stranded structure. It is undergoing some modifications. So, along with that modifications, as modification were done, RNA was modified into DNA. But DNA is a double-stranded molecule. As DNA is a double-stranded molecule, that DNA is with more stability is formed. Okay, and not only this, even some changes are taken place. DNA can rectify the changes with the help of this repair process. with the repair process. DNA is more stable and it can invert. Invert means that can change whatever taking place, that can be revert, right? Revert changes by repair mechanism. DNA has a special property called repair mechanism. Morning I told you, in DNA mutations are taking place. That mutations only responsible for variations which are giving new species. That is the basis of evolution. Even mutations are taking place here, that DNA molecule is more stable. Even it is more stable, DNA molecule has a mechanism called repair mechanism. What is this repair mechanism means? Just think once. Here in human genome, in human DNA, there are many changes taking place. There are many changes which are taking place in the DNA molecule. In DNA molecule, there are many changes which are taking place. Board is not clear. Yeah. Sir, please don't use red pen. Okay. Now only I am seeing that message. This message. Wait 1 second. Right. DNA is more stable and revert changes by repair mechanism. Repair mechanism means DNA has a capacity to revert its changes. Repair mechanism. DNA damage is a process where mutations are taking place. By mutations, DNA is getting damaged. Some part of DNA may be mutated. Mutation is taken place means the DNA is said to be damaged. Okay, that changes which are done by mutations are reversed with the help of DNA repair mechanism. So it is found that DNA is more stable as the DNA has that double stranded structure. DNA is more stable due to its double stranded structure and absence of OH group at second carbon and presence of thymine in the place of uracil. These are the reasons which are giving more stability to DNA, So that DNA is more stable. DNA, due to more stability, it is existing as genetic material nowadays for long generations also. But RNA was genetic material which was found first. First genetic material was RNA molecule. Okay? Right. This is RNA world. RNA world means here first genetic material was RNA, but that RNA was not more stable. Due to less stability, RNA undergone many changes. That changes led to the formation of DNA from RNA. Okay? Right. Yeah, what Jeffrey? Jeffrey, what? Okay, right. Then we go for processes. From this, you have to focus very more on molecular basis of inheritance. From this only, we are going to learn about the fundamentals and basic concepts of molecular basis of inheritance. The main key points and the major topics of molecular basis of inheritance start from now only. Up to yesterday's class, only fundamentals. Now we are going to discuss or deal with important processes which are taking place in the expression of genetic material. Here we already know central dogma of molecular biology. What is the central dogma of molecular biology? Suppose DNA is there, from DNA there is a synthesis of RNA molecule. The synthesis of RNA from DNA is called as a transcription. The synthesis of protein from RNA is called translation. Transcription and translation are two processes. And from RNA there may be synthesis of DNA, that is called as reverse transcription. And from DNA there is synthesis of another DNA, that is called replication. Replication, transcription, translation, reverse transcription. All these processes, 4 processes constitute total central dogma of molecular biology. Central dogma of molecular biology refers the central processes, the key processes which are basis for molecular basis of inheritance or molecular biology. They are central or core. Okay. Then among this, see one by one. We already know this. From this, see one by one. First one is DNA replication. DNA replication. DNA replication is a process where DNA is able to produce its own copies. New copies of DNA are formed from the existing DNA, that is called as DNA replication. So DNA replication is self-duplication of DNA. DNA replication is self-duplication of DNA. Duplication is nothing but like making Xerox copies. Self-duplication. Here DNA has self-replicating ability. DNA has an ability of self-replication. It can replicate its own copies. It can produce more number of copies with the help of a mechanism called as replication. And here it has a self-replication ability, and here there is involvement of an enzyme which is responsible for replication called DNA polymerase. DNA polymerase is an enzyme that is responsible for DNA replication, and DNA replication is carried by DNA polymerase. So with the help of DNA polymerase, a DNA molecule can produce its own copies in more number. Okay, and where DNA replication is taking place and why it is important? Here, during S phase of cell division or cell cycle, during the cell division, S phase, S stands for synthesis phase. During S phase or synthetic phase of cell cycle, DNA replication takes place. Okay, S phase, synthesis phase. In cell cycle, cell division chapter we discussed there. DNA synthesis takes place in S phase. That's why it is called as synthesis phase. During the S phase, it is taking place. And why DNA has to replicate? DNA has to replicate to divide and share genome content equally into 2 daughter cells. Into 2 daughter cells, there should be equal sharing of a genetic material. Genetic material should be shared equally. here, then only that two daughter cells will get exact DNA. To equally sharing that genetic material, this DNA replication is taking place. How? See here, a parental cell is there. This parental cell has a nucleus and genome content which is a 2n. 2n condition. Suppose human beings means 46 chromosomes are there in 2n condition. What is the role of DNA polymerase? DNA replication only. If we complete the DNA replication mechanism, then you can understand. Okay, 2n condition is there. Suppose 46 chromosomes are there. 46 chromosomes are there. During that cell division, one cell is divided into two daughter cells, right? These two daughter cells again get 2n condition. How that 2n condition is possible here is the question. Usually 46 chromosomes are there in a parental cell. That 46 chromosomes will be equally shared into two daughter cells. Daughter cells again have 46 chromosomes. How is it possible? 46 chromosomes are there. Due to DNA replication, first DNA is doubled. 46 chromosomes will be doubled into 92 chromosomes. Then that 92 chromosomes are shared into two daughter cells which are equally 46. With the help of replication only it is possible. If there is no replication, then 46 chromosomes will be there. That 46 chromosomes will be shared into 23 into one cell, 23 into another cell. One cell will get 23, not 46. Now, here 23 pairs should come, but not 23 pairs. Only 23 chromosomes will come into one cell and another cell will get 23 chromosomes only. So if that 23 chromosomes are taken by two daughter cells, then the daughter cells will not be complete. Complete genome will not be there now in this daughter cell. Complete genome is not there means the cell cannot perform all functions. So it is important to divide cells and share genome content equally into two daughter cells. Okay, that's read one more point. Daughter cells get identical content of genome of parents with the help of DNA replication. With the help of DNA replication only, daughter cells will get same content of DNA as in parents. Whatever the amount of DNA present in the parental cell, that same amount will be passed into daughter cells with the help of DNA replication. If there is no DNA replication, DNA doubling may not take place. If DNA is not doubled, then daughter cells will not get same content of DNA as in parental cells. So that the newly formed parental cells may not perform all the functions. To perform all the functions, all daughter cells should get equal content of parental DNA. Okay? Clear? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If anyone left, copy this point. Copy that point, then I will continue. Azuddin, why late? Okay, can I erase the board now? Yeah, mitosis is equal to replication. In meiosis also replication is taking place. Meiosis also replication is taking place in meiosis also. S phase is common for both mitosis and meiosis. The S phase of cell cycle is common for both mitosis and meiosis. S phase is common. Yeah, meiosis 2 means no. Only S phase. DNA replication is related to only S phase of cell cycle, not any other phase. Then that is where what is DNA replication and how DNA is replicated during cell division, that we see now. Before going to mechanism, there are some models proposed to explain DNA replication. 3 models are proposed. 3 models are proposed to explain DNA replication. See one by one. Conservative model, semi-conservative model, third one, dispersive model. There are 3 models which were proposed to explain DNA replication mechanism. DNA replication mechanism was explained according to 3 models. See one by one. What is conservative model? See now, I am drawing a structure of DNA. To differentiate the type of parental and daughter DNA, I am using 2 colors now. You told me not to use red color, red pen. Yeah, I won't use red pen. Sriharni, why did you late? Why are you joining late? Sriharni, Wi-Fi got disconnected. Yeah, many reasons. These are three models. Now I will explain one by one. I am writing just red pen to differentiate. Yeah, it is visible. These both are parents. These both are daughters. Two strands are parents. One is parent, another one is daughter. One is parent, another one is daughter. Parent strands, parent strands. Otherwise, you write parent, parent. This is one parent, this is another parent. Here also you can write so that you can clearly understand. Parent, 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 daughter, parent, daughter, parent, parent, daughter, daughter, like this. Madheswari, why did you leave the meeting? Okay, right. See now, these are three models which are proposed to explain DNA replication process. Conservative model, semi-conservative model, and dispersive model. Here among them, this is accepted model. An experimental evidence is also there for semi-conservative model. Why it was accepted, that we will see in next classes. First, see this conservative model. Name conservation. Conserved means protected or maintaining same. Conservation. Conservation means maintaining same. There is no loss. There is no change. See here, conservative model is a model where the double-stranded parental DNA remains itself as the same. There is no change or there is no loss of DNA of a double-stranded molecule. A double-stranded DNA molecule will not undergo any change. This is the conservative model. See now, what is that conservative model? Here is, wait, yeah. What is conservative model here is, this is a parental strand, this is a parental strand. Two parental strands of double-stranded DNA remains same. Remains same. Double-stranded DNA remains unwinded. Double-stranded DNA remains unwinded. Then a new daughter DNA is made from this double-stranded DNA, where a newly formed daughter strand has completely new strands. That means this parental DNA is 100% parent. Which one? This is 100% daughter. That's why I wrote this is a parental DNA. This parental DNA is, when it is replicating, the double-stranded parental DNA remains double-stranded. Remains double stranded. It will not open or nothing is taking place. Here the parental double stranded DNA will remain double stranded itself. Okay. Based on that double stranded DNA parent, there is formation of new double stranded DNA as a daughter DNA. This is 100% parent, this is 100% daughter. But coming to semi-conservative model, here double stranded DNA is protected, conserved. But conservation is not fully, conservation is partially, semi-conservative. Semi-conserved means here this is a parental DNA which is 100%. Here the double stranded DNA will divide into two single strands. See here, this is blue color, what I wrote is parental. That parental DNA will divide into two single strands. Two separate strands will be there which are held by hydrogen bonds. That DNA molecule which is made up of two strands and held by hydrogen bonds, they are separated into two separate single strands. Each separate single strand acts as a template. Template means from which a source, from which new DNA is formed, is called a template. That single stranded DNA molecules act as templates, and on this single strand which is separated from parental DNA, there is formation of new daughter DNA. That means here 50% parental DNA is there, 50% daughter DNA is there in this double stranded molecule. This double stranded molecule also has a 50% parent, 50% daughter DNA. So double stranded DNA is separated into two single strands. Each single strand acts as a template, and on each template there is formation of a new DNA. This is semi-conservative model. Dispersive model. According to dispersive model, double stranded DNA is now pieced into fragments. It was broken down into single stranded fragments. See, this is a single stranded fragment. This is a single stranded fragment. And each single stranded fragment, there is synthesis of a new DNA. That DNA is formed. Then finally they are joined random. See here, this is one strand. This one strand has a parental DNA up to here. Again the same strand has some daughter DNA. Again there is parental DNA. That means here these are random. Randomly there is binding of double stranded DNAs of this type. Double stranded molecules which are formed from DNA pieces or fragments, they are randomly joined and there is formation of a new double stranded DNA molecule. Two double stranded DNA molecules are formed by combination of that fragmented parent with newly formed double stranded DNA. They are combined. So one strand is not fully parent and it is not fully daughter. So this strand, suppose one strand means this strand up to here it is parental. Again daughter DNA is there. Again some parental DNA is there. See here, this is parental DNA. Up to here it is parental DNA. Up to here it is parental DNA. Again some daughter DNA is there. Same strand has some daughter DNA. Another one also. They are combined in random manner and there is formation of two double stranded DNAs like this. This is dispersive model. See the names. Conservative, double stranded DNA is conserved. Semi-conservative, double stranded DNA is partially conserved. Dispersive, double stranded DNA is dispersed or cleaved, cut into fragments. Like this, these three processes are responsible. Among them, I mean, these are three models which are proposed to explain DNA replication mechanism. Among them, semi-conservative model is accepted model. Semi-conservative model is accepted model. That mechanism of DNA replication according to semi-conservative model we will see in next class. Okay, can I give notes for this now? Three types. Can I give some notes for these three types of DNA replication? Tomorrow, Okay, tomorrow. So botany class is over for today.